Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's podcast. This is Binary Atlas, where we discuss everything technology that affects our lives. And today we are going to be focusing on technology that can help you save at the grocery store. And the lead today is going to be Brandy, because she really is into this and does a lot with it. So, Brandy, take it over.
Definitely. I'm going to start with some online shopping. It doesn't just have to be grocery savings, it can be just general household savings. There are several different shopping rebate websites and or browser extensions, depending on how you want to use them. One of them that gets a lot of play right now is Rakuten. You can add the browser extension and it will automatically pop up if you happen to visit a website that offers a percentage rebate. So let's say, for example, you want to purchase something at walmart.com. If there is a rebate available, Rakuten will let you know. Same with different retailers like Old Navy or JCPenney or, just various retailers.
Quick question.
Okay.
So, these browser extensions, do they work in all the browser? Like, there's an extension for pretty much every browser. And not everybody uses the same browser.
As far as I know, yes. I go back and forth between Firefox and Safari browsers. And I know that I do have the extension for Rakuten on both of those. I have also seen an advertisement where it's available on Chrome as well.
All right, that pretty much makes it all.
Yeah, just about. And the way Rakuten works is every quarter, as long as you've earned at least a certain amount of money, you get to cash out. Now, forgive me, I can't remember if it's $5 or $10. I feel like it's $5 or more. But don't quote me on that. Each of them have their own rules for how often you can cash out. Another website would be mypoints.com. They offer online surveys where you can earn a certain amount of points if you are able to complete the survey. They offer different bonus points for purchases, very similar to Rakuten. A lot of times, though, you cannot use these rebate sites at the same time. You have to choose one. So you'll want to choose whichever one offers you the most benefit when you're going to be purchasing something anyway. In the past, I used MyPoints probably more than any other, but here lately, the surveys have not been as good.
Is MyPoints the website you used to send me to when I wanted to buy something because you would click the link through it?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I remember that website.
Yes, at the time, and even still, MyPoints doesn't have the same type of, or it did not at the time have the extension. Now they do have an extension, so it'll tell you if there's points available. But sometimes those MyPoints points are not as good as the percentage back on Rakuten, which gives you cash back, whereas MyPoints, you get points, and you have to earn a certain amount of points before you can trade those in for a gift card or, a lot of points to be able to turn that over to cash through a PayPal account or a Visa gift card. But here lately, I've just let MyPoints kind of go to the wayside because there have been several instances where no matter what browser I use, I struggle with being able to complete the surveys. It's not that I wouldn't qualify, it's that the survey itself would error out. And it gets really frustrating when you've filled out a bunch of qualifying questions and then the survey conks out on you and you felt like you just filled everything out and then it won't work.
It's just a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. And if you don't have a lot of time, that can be inconvenient, and you kind of weigh how much is your time worth and if it really helps.
Yeah.
Whereas, with something like clicking a link, if you're going to be buying it anyway and you happen to get a percentage back, then sure, that's great. And I mean, if you really enjoy surveys and you don't experience the same kind of lag issues, MyPoints is a good way to earn some extra gift cards. Now, another one is retailmenot.com. That's a website where places and people share coupon codes. So you can go there and sign in. You can sign in using a Google account, or you can create your own account. It's a free account. And you can basically just search for any kind of coupon codes. For example, let's say that you want to order a photo gift at a place called Shutterfly.com. You could go to Retail Me Not first and type in Shutterfly and pull up any coupons that might be available. And then you can just go try them. And there's no harm if they don't work.
This is like where it shows you the code. You
Yes.
copy and paste it into the website. Usually websites have a little spot where you put the code in.
Yes.
Okay.
I have saved a lot of money that way before, just going and just on a whim, even, 5-10%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it really adds up when it's something you're going to be buying anyway. That's the key. If you're going to buy it anyway and you happen to find a coupon code, great.
Why not?
But if you're buying it just because there's a coupon code, then you've got to evaluate what you're doing. And then there's also another site. It's a browser extension for cashback percentages called Honey. It's owned by PayPal. I've seen a lot of people talk about it as well. I don't use that one because, like I said, most of these, you're not going to be able to use two different ones. You have to just choose one. And depending on what type of stuff you're buying regularly, you might want to check out these different websites and see which ones offer the best percentage back.
I've actually used Honey.
Have you?
Mostly, though, I didn't use it to necessarily save money on stuff. What it would do is it would monitor prices for me. Because, I buy technology a lot for work and play and other things. And that kind of stuff's short supply right now and kind of high on higher than MSRP in a lot of places like Amazon. So you could actually, it would wash the price for you and let you know when it was on sale or whatever.
Oh, that's convenient.
So I used it for that.
Well, and that brings me to my next one of credit card savings websites. Most cards are going to have something like that. One of the ones that I use often is Capital One. It's a credit card that I've had for years, more than 20 years, actually. And there is an extension, Capital One Shopping, that's very similar to Rakuten. Of course, you cannot use them together, but there are some instances where Rakuten does not have a rebate available, but Capital One Shopping does. So either way, I'm able to get that rebate. And now it takes a while, of course.
Because you're not being automatically told this. You're having to automatically check if Rakuten doesn't have one, then you go to the other one to see if there is one.
Well, they're on the browser extensions. So once I pull up the website, it'll pop up, hey, Capital One will give you this much back, or Rakuten will give you this much back, or my points.
You could use the extensions all at the same turn. You could only just apply one.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay.
So all of the extensions will pop up. But let's say I clicked on Capital One and said, okay, sure, I want 5% at Capital One. And then I see that Rakuten's offer me 8%. If I click on Rakuten, it'll automatically say we cannot use Capital One. It'll say, nope, can't use this with another offer. That's the case for most of them. So they don't want you double dipping on something like those online rebates. Another thing, not just with the shopping websites, but there are some credit cards, depending on what kind you have, that offer a cashback option on different purchases. We have a Capital One that does automatic 1.5% cash back on all purchases, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but you're not doing anything extra to get this percent back. So why not take it? And then we also have an Amazon card that gives us 5% back on all Amazon purchases, 2% back on gas purchases or drugstore purchases.
Oh, gas purchases.
Yeah, I know. I fill up my hybrid about once every 2 months. So it's not much, but every little bit helps. And then it does 1% back on just regular general purchases. So I find myself using the Capital One for general purchases more often because it's 1.5% cash back that we get. And of course, all Amazon purchases we use on that card. But that's what we do anyway. We don't use our debit card. We use a credit card for our everyday purchases, and we pay it off in full every month so that we get that cash back. And then, of course, there are other cards, that people can use for financing. 0% is always great if you know that you can pay it off in time, because you don't want to waste money by having to pay that crazy interest rate, like sometimes 30%.
Yeah, I've seen
some of these cards.
really high ones.
Yes. So, credit cards are a wonderful thing, but you've got to keep up with the technology related to them as far as checking your, most of them have an app. Pretty much all of them are going to have an app. You want to keep track of your spending, make sure that you're using it properly for financing. Pay attention to those online statements that you get, where it'll tell you, this is how much you'll pay over time if you only pay the minimum versus if you pay a little bit more. All that technology is there for you.
Sounds a lot like the Apple Card.
Yes.
Because the Apple Card, its regular everyday rewards aren't that great. But if you're buying Apple products from the Apple store, it's you get instant cash back.
You do. Plus, on top of that, you get equal payment, 0% financing.
Yeah, so it's great for Apple purchases. But when it came to the everyday rewards, it was better to use the other card.
Yes. So we weigh our options and see which one makes the most sense.
Makes sense.
Exactly. Sense. It is sense. But I mean, depending on what you spend and what percentage it is, if you spend, let's say, $2,000 and you get, your 1% cash back, that equates to about $20 that you could apply towards that balance, which I know doesn't sound like a lot, but let's say you do that every single month and you've got that extra $20 back. By the end of the year, that's a little bit more significant. Maybe that's, so that's just something that, to let the technology that's there work for you. Pay attention to what's available. Of course, another piece of technology, a lot of us are carrying around these computers in our pockets, our cell phones. There are several money-saving rebate apps. My favorite is Ibotta. That's IBOTTA. It's a wonderful app. It's my absolute favorite. I joined in March of 2014, so I've been there. I mean, it's about 9 years. And so far, I have saved $3,651.06.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is. And that's all cash back that I was able to get on things that I would buy anyway. That is the key. Ibotta's changed a little bit over time. It used to be that you could cash out after $5, but now they've changed it where you have to accumulate at least $20 to be able to cash out. Depending on how you set up your account, they can let you cash out directly into a bank account. They can let you cash out to PayPal, which is what I do most often because it's instant. I don't want to wait the extra 2 or 3 days, which I know is silly because then I'd have to turn around and wait 2 or 3 days to get it out of PayPal. But
well, not necessarily. You could always, if you have the opportunity, use your PayPal balance to buy something.
That is true. And
you don't have to. I mean, if you decided you wanted to go to the checking account, sure, but at least in PayPal, you have that option.
That is true. And I mean, I do have a couple of recurring donations that come out of PayPal. And so most often I'm able to cover those with rebates. I give a monthly donation to a local animal shelter, and it just automatically comes out of PayPal because that was the easiest way for me to do that. So I almost always cover it with these savings.
Now, Ibotta, can you explain a little more how that works? Because I believe this is the one that I see you scanning paper receipts with.
It is. Ibotta actually has a couple of different ways that you can do things. They have in-store rebate auctions where you basically pick out your favorite stores. Say, let's start with Walmart. You go through and they give you a list of all the offers that are available at Walmart. You add those offers to your shopping list. And if you add your Walmart account to Ibotta, once you make those purchases, Ibotta and Walmart talk to each other out in the netherwebs, and you are able to get that cash back added to your account instantly. If you don't have a Walmart account or don't want to link it, you can then take a picture of your Walmart receipt or scan the code at the bottom and upload it that way, and then Ibotta will match the offers. It's most of the other stores, you're going to have to take a photo of the receipt. Not all stores are available. It depends, on your area. But here in our area, I have used receipts from Walmart, Kroger. Now that's Kroger in store. They don't currently offer any rebates for Kroger pickup orders, so you need to keep that in mind. So Kroger receipts. Did I say Walgreens?
I don't think so.
Okay, Walgreens, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Those are some of the receipts that are available through Ibotta. And then another feature through Ibotta, they also have something similar to these online shopping rebate websites. You can actually click through Ibotta on your phone through to some of these websites. And if you're doing web shopping from your phone, you can earn a percentage back with Ibotta that way too. But I haven't used those as often because the rebates are not as good as some of the other ones. But that is an option if you just want to get started and have only one app. I would highly recommend Ibotta. And I have a referral code that we will put in the show notes. But
And just so you know, everything we're talking about, the names of the apps, the websites, those will all be in the show notes as well. So you guys can refer back to those.
Absolutely. And if you use my referral code, you'll get some extra points right away. Another phone app, probably a lot of people who have done any kind of couponing know a little bit about coupons.com, where you can go and print off paper coupons and use them in the store. Paper coupons are not as popular as they once were. And I think in the future, paper coupons will probably go away.
Okay. So
I do.
I have noticed you don't, because when we first got married, I remember you having a folio thing that had coupons stacked in all kinds of different categories all the way to the back. And I remember when you got to the store, out came that thing and just coupon after coupon after coupon will get pulled out. And I now that you say that, I'm like, well, I don't think I remember you doing that in a really long time.
No, occasionally, there'll be like a coupon on a product in the store that I'll use if it's something I was going to buy anyway. And I still go to coupons.com on occasion to pick out a coupon if I need one. But you can do the coupons.com app on your phone now. And what's good about it is you don't have to wait until you get a certain dollar amount. You can add your offers just like you would at Ibotta, and it gives you a shopping list. You can actually scan a product to even see if there's a coupon available for it on their app. Then you can take a picture of your receipt, scan to verify your products, and you get paid back pretty quickly via PayPal. They require you to have it set up, so that you can get an instant payment. So you have, 75 cents off of a dishwasher detergent. You scan it, you take a picture of your receipt, you upload it. Once they approve it, they send you 75 cents to PayPal.
So there's not really a need to try to do this in the store. You're just buying what you just go through the checkout process, buying things like normal and worry about it when you get home.
That's true. That's true. Now, there are some instances where I'll use a paper coupon. For example, if I want to stock up on something that we use frequently and there's one offer on the coupons.com app, and then there's another offer on the coupons.com website where I can print a coupon, I might purchase two of the item, use one coupon in the store, and then use one coupon rebate.
I'm all for this. It used to bug me to no end when I would be in the grocery store line or the Walmart line or whatever, and I'd be, they're about done checking out, awesome, and then out would come the ka-choosh, and they'd just start... paper after paper will come out, and then you spend the next 15 minutes waiting for the lady at the checkout to scan all this stuff.
Yes. And I often try to think about other shoppers too. When I am in a store and I'm going to be using coupons, I will tell them that I'm going to be using coupons, or Yeah, I mean, these days, especially Walmart, if you can actually find a checker who can check you out, it's a miracle. Most of the time, you're doing self checkout anyway, but I do enjoy using that app. And then there was an older one called ShopMium. It's ShopMium. I used it for a little while, but I found that the offers were just not good for what I purchased. But that's something that you might look into if you want to look at these different apps and see. They had a lot of beauty products and just things that I didn't really buy often.
Well, I'm already too beautiful as it is.
Exactly. I mean, it's a good thing this is only a podcast. Everybody must be so jealous of how hot my husband is. But there's another one that's based out of Canada called Checkout 51. I honestly have no idea why it's called Checkout 51, but it is similar to Ibotta, but you get a list of all the offers, and then most of the time they're available at any store. Every now and then they'll have a disclaimer on it saying, this is only available at Walmart, or this is available everywhere except Kroger, something like that. You also have to wait until you can get $20 in order to cash out. I do use that one, but it takes me, I may get $40 a year out of it because it takes so long to build up enough items. I mean, they'll have a few things I'll use every now and then, but it's just not often. But it's often enough that I always check before I go to the store. And then, of course, you're going to have your store-specific apps, such as your TJ Maxx, your Kroger, Walgreens, Dollar General. Dollar General, folks, you may not think it's such a good deal there, and a lot of times it's not if you're looking at product sizes. But if you're in a food desert where Dollar General is your only option, go on Saturdays because they offer in the app $5 off of a $25 purchase. That helps make up the difference of what little bit extra you're going to be paying. And it's easy to spend $25 in Dollar General. It adds up fast. So all you have to do is enter your phone number at the checkout, and you can add coupons, which are often very similar to the ones that are on coupons.com. And every week you can get that $5 off of a $25 purchase. That's the only time I go to Dollar General is on Saturdays, and it helps. I consider it getting something free. Basically, I get a free package of dishwasher tabs or something. It may be a small pack, but it's the kind we use, and I didn't have to go to Walmart. So sometimes you just want a smaller store experience. And then, things like Walgreens and Kroger, they're going to have store-specific coupons. I love Kroger. They often will pay attention to what you're buying using your Kroger Plus card. And they'll end up giving you a free product coupon about once a month for something that you buy regularly. Last month, I got a free carton of eggs, and everybody knows these days, you can sell those on the black market, folks.
No, man, that's like any a bar of gold.
No kidding. And other times they would give me like a free package of tortilla chips or something like that. So, yes, you're kind of selling them what you buy, but is it really a secret? I mean, it's not. Nothing's a secret. So they're good deals. And like Shoe Perks at Shoe Carnival, JCPenney Rewards, just anywhere that you're going to be buying a lot of stuff at once. I mean, parents, this is especially important during back to school time. If you can get a little bit extra off, why not? There's almost always a coupon somewhere, 20% off, 10% off, free shipping. There's usually some kind of deal that you can get. So just ask. A lot of times, if you don't have your app set up or anything, just ask the employee at the store and they'll show you how to set that up. And then that brings us to receipt apps, which you can use together. There's two that I use regularly. One is called Receipt Hog, and one is called Fetch Rewards. And I will make sure to put my referral codes in the link for the show notes. So you can get some extra points right away if you want to sign up and give it a try. With Receipt Hogs, you snap certain types of receipts and you can get points based on the dollar amount of the receipt. Oftentimes, they will ask you a little question after you submit the receipt. Maybe they'll ask, like, who was on the shopping trip? Yourself and another adult or a child. They may ask you if you made an impulse purchase, or if you bought a gift, or if you used a coupon or a rebate. They're just collecting data. That's how they make money. They basically sell your receipts to marketing companies wanting to know what types of things people buy. And then they have other receipts that you don't get points, but you get to basically spin. It looks like a slot machine. They call them like hog slots. You can spin for a chance to win some points, or win the number of points from your last shopping trip.
Yeah, so kind of like every so often you get a free spin.
Pretty much. And then when you reach so many points, it's 1,000 on Receipt Hog, which sounds like a lot, but it adds up fast, especially when they offer you extra surveys that you can complete based on some of the things you buy. Like, for example, one time I got an extra 250 points for filling out a survey about the brand of dog food that I happened to buy, because they saw it on my receipt. And so you can scan these in, and you're basically just taking pictures of receipts, paper receipts, and you can upload, if you put your email on the account, you can upload online receipts too that are in your email, and you'll get some extra tickets for sweepstakes. So, pretty much every 2 to 3 months, I'm able to cash out about $5 out of Receipt Hog, which I know it doesn't sound like much, but again, it adds up. And then that brings me to the last receipt app, which is Fetch Rewards, which I'll also put my referral code to get you, I think, a bonus 4,000 points right away. You snap all receipts, pretty much any receipt that has a date, a total, and a retailer name. So this can even be like a slip from a car wash that you go through, or a credit card receipt from a restaurant, your Walmart receipts, any email receipts, Amazon receipts, all of those count. Most receipts are going to get you 25 points each. Occasionally, based on some of the things you buy, for example, maybe Frito-Lay chips, you might get some bonus points from the manufacturer for having that on your receipt. So that adds up pretty fast. And there's several different levels where you can trade those points in for gift cards. So, every little bit helps.
Well, I mean, that's the name of the game when it comes to saving with coupons. It's not that you're getting something for free all the time or half off. You're taking small little chunks out of every purchase so that all the little things add up to a bigger savings.
That is true. And there's a few programs that have gone defunct in the past several years. Walmart Savings Catcher, I was slightly devastated when that one went away. But what Walmart did at the time was basically every purchase you made using their Walmart Pay, it automatically got uploaded into what they called Savings Catcher. And it would go out and it would scan other ads, like, let's say, Kroger, Dollar General. And if there was another store that was offering the exact same product and size for a cheaper price, Walmart would give you the difference back on a gift card. And you just had one gift card, and it was kind of a running total. And then you could apply that to your next purchase. They ended up canceling it, saying that they really didn't feel like they were saving people much money because they always had the lower prices.
Yeah, that's not true.
Not completely true, because just during the maybe year and a half that I used the program, I got back almost $200.
Yeah, I think so. You used to be able to do that. You would have to go into the store with the ad from the other store, and you'd have to go up to the service counter and say, look, I found it for this price, but I bought it for this. And then they would have to...
They would refund
They
you.
would match it, right? But you had to physically go do that.
Yes, or you had to do it when you were checking out. I remember I remember my grandmother buying something that way. She would take all the sales papers with her, and, tell them, hey, this product is on sale at this place. I'd like the same price. And most of the time, the places would honor it.
But I bet you they do it. This way was probably a lot easier for people.
Yes.
So more people used it.
And they realized
they were paying out too much money, so they killed it. So then, so they're like, oh, only a certain percentage of these people will go in physically to do this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because a lot of people will go like, well, I could save $20, but man, I got to drive all the way back to Walmart and I just, skip it.
Exactly. So, it went away, but it was nice while it lasted. And then another program that kind of went defunct was Kellogg's Family Rewards. We are a Kellogg's cereal family in this house. We love our Frosted Mini Wheats and Apple Jacks and such. And in the past, a long, long time ago, you were able to enter a code from the inside of your box into Kellogg's Family Rewards website, and you would get points that you could then trade in for prizes or for coupons. I always used it to trade in for coupons because let's say your regular coupon would be 50 cents off of a box of cereal, but if you traded in your points, you could get $2 off that box of cereal, which is significantly better. And then after a while, they changed it up where you just had to upload one receipt and you had to fill out a couple of surveys and do some different things. And you were able to trade it in for some kind of gift card, but they didn't have a lot of choices that were great. Like one time I did get a Barnes & Noble's gift card for $5, so that was nice. But other times I ended up donating it to the charity of their choice just because it's like, I don't need a gift card for the Container Store. That'll just make me buy containers to fill with stuff. But they ended up canceling that. But you can still go to the Kellogg's website and get coupons if you're going to be buying Kellogg's products anyway. But Kellogg's products also are featured in Ibotta very regularly. And if you want to raise a little bit of money for others, like such as the schools, don't forget about box tops for education. A long time ago, you had to cut out those little cardboard or plastic box tops and actually send them to the school. But now you can scan your receipt on the Box Tops app, and you'll get 10 cents of a donation from that manufacturer back to a school of your choice. That's a lot of like Betty Crocker products, Lysol, things like that. You can go to the Box Top app and check, and you'll be able to see exactly which brands qualify.
Awesome.
So that's pretty good. But just to wrap up, we will put this in the show notes, all the different codes. And of course, if you have any questions about any of these apps, feel free to leave us a comment and we'll get back to you.
So either leave a comment on the episode where you're listening at, or you can leave a comment on the show notes. I'll have comments turned on my website, and we will do our very best to read those as often as we can and respond to whatever questions you guys have.
Absolutely. And then I'm a writer, so I have a website, caniscareyou.com. It sounds scarier than it is, but in the next few days, I'm going to have a website. It's my website. It's going to have a blog post about these apps and ways that I've saved money for our family. So we'll make sure to put that link in the show notes as well. But just keep in mind that the best way to save money for your family or for your groceries is to try to find ways to save on things that you would be buying anyway. You don't want to go out and buy, 50 items of barbecue sauce just because they were free with a coupon if you don't eat barbecue sauce. And you don't need 50 anyway because you've got to remember that these things expire. So you don't want to hoard these items either. Saving money means basically getting them for the best price that you can using this technology that we have for the coupons and the rebates. Basically getting as much as you need to last you until the next sale if you can. And just remember that those little savings add up.
All right, guys. So this has been the Binary Atlas podcast. We appreciate you guys for listening in today. Please remember to share this with your friends. Hit us up on social media. You can look us up, Binary Atlas, on all the major channels. Also, go look for us on YouTube, where I have a channel. And make sure, again, to check out the show notes. There will be a link in the description to get to that. We'll also make sure that we'll try to link Brandy's blog article in
Absolutely.
the description whenever that comes along. I might have to put that in the show notes because this will probably post before you have that ready.
Yes, it'll be in the show
But
notes.
it'll be in the show notes. And we hope you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.